That's
Who would
not the
argue late
right,
at night?
not the right time, not the right tone, not
Yeah.
the right turf. I feel proud when you take responsibility for your actions.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need more time together so I can feel connected.
Yes. That's a
Okay.
big one.
I feel hurt when I don't feel included in your plans.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what do we call, what's your clinical term for this? What are we calling this?
We're just calling it I statements.
I statements. I
Uh-huh.
statements. But
And
the whole idea is that it's not accusatory. It's not you need.
it's
you
not
need to-
blaming.
it's not. That's the word. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Hey, this whole clinical thing is really working out for you.
Yeah,
Isn't
it
This whole
really
training.
it really goes to the real core of a person. That's what it does. When you can say, I feel.
So what did you learn? Are you learning clinically
Mm-hmm.
as a professional that maybe a layperson like me doesn't understand about communicating? Is this what you're sharing?
That's what I'm sharing.
These are the
Those
I
are
feel things.
Yes, these are the communication skill sets that I'm trying to show you and teach others about. Communication is an intentional act. And if you do it well and practice it, it becomes just a natural thing. And then both of you are expected to say, okay, I feel this, I feel that. And, maybe sometimes you feel a little funny about it, but it really truly speaks to the core of what's going on in your mind.
So, Teresa, we're talking about communication skill sets that strengthen connection.
Yes.
All right. So we've done active listening.
Mm-hmm.
We've done reflective responses.
Mm-hmm.
We've done nonverbal awareness.
Yes.
Okay. We've done using I statements,
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then the fifth one is, what is it?
Clarification and curiosity. So the last one, number 5, is clarification and curiosity. Asking open-ended questions like, here's one. Can you tell me more about how you see it? That could be an open-ended question. So you're inviting, what do you need from me right now? All of that is the clarification and the curiosity. You're getting to know more about a situation. How are you feeling about that situation? All of those are what do we call open-ended questions.
Do you find that how are you feeling? Because I think of stereotypically or generically speaking, I think of women being more feeling, men being more, I guess, intentional or more. There's emotion on one side and more logic on the other side. Not to say that
they're not enemies, right?
Yeah, they're not enemies, and it's not to say that men are not emotional and women are not logical. But here's where I'm going. When I think about your question, how are you really feeling about that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think men respond well to that question? Because maybe men have been taught to suppress feelings, to not open up about feelings. So if a woman asks her fiance, her husband, her partner in a relationship, and the man, how are you feeling about this? How do you think men respond to that?
Well, I'm going to say probably the first time they probably won't respond well. They'll probably need to take a little time to think it through.
Because we've been taught.
Yes, I don't think you guys deal with feelings as much as we do.
Okay.
You don't allow them to come up. I think that's a part of your ego deal that I don't understand too much about.
Really?
I do. You probably were taught, what do you mean what I feel? I don't know. I don't feel nothing because, you guys can go into that compartmentalizing mindset and you don't feel anything. You just let it be. Because, you remember the mind, how the woman might be thinking, she's thinking all kinds of things. And then the man is thinking, you ask the man, what are you thinking? And he'll say something like, nothing. And he probably isn't because we don't process the same way. I've got a gazillion things going on in my mind, and you can compartmentalize yours, and you're not thinking like I'm thinking. And that's something to be aware of, but it doesn't mean that you can't. That's why real communication is intentional. You have to, especially for the male, even, and sometimes for the female, because a lot of females now don't deal so much with feelings.
Since we know that men and women are different, we process differently. And since some men may not embrace feelings as well as other men.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this question instead? So your question was, how are you feeling about that situation?
Right.
All right. So tell me what your thoughts are on this.
Okay.
What do you think about that situation?
I think you could probably process that better because, like you say, feelings sometimes bring about a girlish thing or a womanish thing sometimes.
Well, I mean, you'll need to know your spouse. I mean, so maybe over the course of your marriage, over the course of your relationship, like we've done over the course of our 40 years, we learn each other. Well, I guess 44 years because it started when we were dating.
Yeah.
So we learn each other. So as you try it out, ladies, with your husband, how are you feeling? If he doesn't respond well, then you might want to switch up. How are you thinking? Or if you are really open communicators, you can have this conversation about which question better gets to the heart of the answer that you need.
Exactly. And see that by doing that, you are inviting connection. It's going to happen. And that is so important in dealing with just real communication. It really is.
You know what this requires? I don't know if this is one of the things that you want to talk about or you plan on talking about, but you know what I'm seeing that really communication that inspires connection, which is what we're talking about.
Mhm.
You know what it really requires? Is this one of your words? Vulnerability.
Okay.
Is that one of
Yes.
the things you got down?
I don't have that down, but that's a good word.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So we've said intentionality and
we talked about
vulnerability.
we've
I can't
talked-
say that word.
we've
Say
talked
it.
about caring. We've talked about being truthful,
Uh-huh.
but being vulnerable is wow. Now, if again we're making generalizations when I say that men. Obviously, there are exceptions, but when I say generally speaking, men are not good at being vulnerable because we've been taught, and in many instances, we need to be hard. Now, hard is not calloused. Hard is just, hey, for me to protect my family, this is hard.
Mhm.
For me to get up every day and go to work, now it's hard for both of us,
Mhm.
but it's life is just hard.
Mhm.
So being vulnerable, what you need to be a great communicator, sometimes is the opposite of what many men have been taught. Like I'll tell you a story about communicating. And I just, sometimes these stories just pop in my mind as I reflect back over our stories. So I remember a question you asked me once, and the answer would have been me being really vulnerable, but I didn't say anything.
Okay. What was that question? I
So
don't remember that.
It was the point when we were about to lose our house.
Oh, yeah.
So we're about to lose our home because our real estate company, the real estate market had crashed. We were about to lose everything. And of course, you and I were communicating,
Mhm.
Hey, Teresa, here's what's going to happen. We're going to lose our home. And I remember one time you said to me in the midst, because we were communicating a lot. But here's the part about being vulnerable. I remember one time you said to me when we were talking about losing our home, you said, what are we going to do?
Hmm.
And
I did say that.
And the answer popped in my head immediately, which was, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't say that. I didn't say anything.
Why do you think?
Because, okay, I'll tell you what I was thinking. I know what you're going to say something different, but I'm tell you what I was thinking.
Okay.
You basically, this is a cliche, right? I don't think you can handle the truth.
Okay.
I don't
a
think
few good men. You're gonna go there with me.
I don't think I can say to you, we're about to lose our home, and I don't know where we're going to live. I don't think that's information I need to share right now. Now, do you feel, with the benefit of hindsight, I know, yeah, sure, I could have handled it, but at the time, would that have been helpful?
I don't know. I think you probably needed to say, let me ponder on that or let me think about that because right now I don't have the best answer.
Okay. So what I should have done, could have done better, which I didn't do.
And that would have put it to some rest.
Yeah, I should have said to you, hey, Teresa, that's a great question. Let me think on that.
Yeah.
But I didn't say that. I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. And that leaves you, so you wonder why a woman come back and ask you the same question, right?
Yeah.
Because that's why you didn't close it out. You didn't end it. She needs to, even if it is, let me think about that. That is closing out and giving me a little bit of, but I do expect for you to come back and clarify it.
We've
finish
had
it.
a lot of things in our life. I mean, we started this real estate investment company. We built it to one of the largest of its kind in the country.
Mhm.
Then we lost everything.
Mhm.
We've had a lot of things. We have 4 children. We had a lot of things that require us to communicate.